Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marko and today we are finally continuing Psychopaths. And in today's video we are actually going to finish off the series, man. I have watched all the seasons and the movies and we are concluding this awesome journey today with parts 2 and 3 of Psychopaths First Inspector the movie. Last time around I watched part 1, and in between those two parts I took a very big break, so I do apologize if I uh, forgot some of the scenes. It has been a while, but today we are concluding this awesome story. As I always said, Psychopaths is definitely one of the most unique shows that I have watched. It's certainly way ahead its time. It's a really great show, and I always said this, but considering the times we are living in today, right, and some general direction we are developing towards, kind of seems awfully like accurate when it comes to Psychopaths, man. Like the shit that we're seeing in Psychopaths, I can like easily picture happening to us in like, I don't know, 20, 30 years, man. And it's kind of scary that I can like think in that direction, right? So, yeah, uh, it's definitely not my favorite anime, like my all-time favorite or anything like that, but I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. It is one of the good ones. I'm really, really like hooked by this idea of humanity potentially going towards that direction, right? I for sure hope that's not the case, right? Because living under civil system and getting your psychopaths measured and checked, it seems horrible, obviously, right? But just the thought of it and that it can be like possible to accomplish something like that is scary as fuck, man. I really hope that humanity does not develop in that way, but you never know, man. You never know what might happen. When it comes to the first part of the movie, yeah, we saw like some pretty important things, like for example, Kay, right? Getting in touch with the congressman, as and I was saying, I think that congressman wants to win Kay over so that he can make the first inspector of the Foxes the next congressman, right? So he wants Kay on their side so that he can make it happen easily. I think that he wants to dispose of Shizuka and to prevent that dude from winning this fucked up Bifrost round robin game, right? And yeah, Kay obviously joined all of this. He became the inspector, right? Because he became the not the inspector, but the what is the term that they're using? See, this is what happens when you don't watch it for the long time. Uh, he's a detective, right? And because he wanted to learn about his brother's death, about Akira's death, who is connected to obviously Arata's father, right? And Arata wanted to learn the truth about his father. And then Arata was tied up to the chair with blindfolded and all of that, talking to First Inspector, and they were talking about the father, the Arata's father, how that's connection for both of them. The First Inspector also uh, communicated with Arata's father, and he learned from him. And he was saying, "Oh, your father also wanted to become congressman, right?" And Arata was saying, "Oh, that's lies. My father was not like that. He was always looking out for other people, trying to help everyone, right? And he wants to learn the truth." So that's how, yeah, Kei and Arata operate. That was their mindset. They took this job with the clear goal in their minds and what they wanted to uncover, and now everything is like slowly getting built up towards this culminating point that we are going to see in these two parts for sure, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing the final conclusion. It was a good action packed part last time around with uh, the chubby girl, Obata, I think, the assistant of First Inspector, and both her and the First Inspector raiding that place, controlling everyone, basically giving them mission to go after Governor Karina, and Shion was there as well. And of course, I was scared, like considering what happened with Saiga, with uh, Yayoi, right? And we know that there are deaths in this show, man. So yeah, I was scared as fuck for Shion, but thankfully that ended up well. And my gosh, that was I remember that unexpected fight as well with Shion's little like bug robot, pillar bug or whatever, that went and fought against Obata's uh, whole fleet of freaking flying insect drones, right? And that was such an unexpected banger of a little fight right there, man. And yeah, Arata got freed himself, and one of those pet finders, the old folks, the granny, right, entered the room where Arata was, and she saw the broken bottle of the perfume, right, and the chair and everything. Arata got away, and that's literally how we ended. And I was saying, Ginoza and my boy Kogami need to get their revenge and to finally take down those pet finders, man. Those are very, very skilled, like military trained personnel, man, and they're a pain in the ass, man. So I do have a feeling that we will have like the conclusive fight between Ginoza, Kogami, and those two as well, man. I'm looking forward to that. And as always, something that is not the biggest focus of this show, but something that I praise constantly. It is the combat, the fighting scenes that is so fucking realistic, and like choreography is great, and like whoever is director and I guess the author of the show as well, they know their shit when it comes to like hand-to-hand combat and all of that, man. It's so fucking clean always. So yeah, yeah, with this upload today we are finishing the Psychopath's journey, and after that I will post the poll for the new show for you guys on Patreon to vote for the next anime that I will be watching after Psychopaths. But yeah, before that, let's dive into part 2 of Psychopaths or First Inspector. Let's begin, guys. I mean, the ending was extremely satisfying, man. I loved everything about this ending. Psychopaths was such a wild ride, man. So many things happening, and it's one of those series that you have to pay extra attention to, right? It's not enough to just casually watch it, right? You actually need to like engage your brain to pick up on all these things and what's happening. It's one of those shows that is hard to watch in that sense, and it kind of reminds me of Code Geass, right? That like insane fast pace, a lot of information constantly um coming straight to you, right? And sometimes it's hard to keep up, man. But ultimately, when everything gets pieced together, it makes so much sense, and the ending was very satisfying. I don't know what you guys think about this ending, but I think that it was very fitting. I like how they concluded. Um, I have to be honest a little bit about when it comes to Shizuka. Like, I was not expecting him to be such a huge fucking player. He literally was one of the most important pieces in all of this. And I don't want to say that came out of blue, right? But it is something that I was not expecting, man. Even in this movie, in this three-parter, I knew it when they especially after the first part. I knew that he was gonna win and all of that, but still, he became the chief. literally a public safety bureau, man. Like, what the hell? And Mika's face while she was getting the news, and the fact that she has to work with Akane again, bro, that broke her completely. And Akane getting out, Kogami being there to pick her up, and they're gonna go and grab something to eat and catch up with each other and talk about everything. That's so satisfying. Yayoi and Shion as well, and of course Aratake and Mai also perfect, man. They knew each other since they were little kids. They, as they said, they had something that they didn't say to each other, some secrets during this case, right? Obviously, Arata is referring about his memories and his father, right? And Kei about how he was working with probably Shizuka and all of that. He was secretly joining round robin behind everyone's back and all of that. But in the end, very, very satisfying finale. Very good. So yeah, I guess the Sibyl system still lives on, but yeah, as long as people like Arata and Akane are there, there's still hope that it will turn out for the good, man. And as Akane said, eventually the justice will prevail, right? No matter what. And her speech about the law, right? And how it's people who protect the law, right? So as long as people like that are around, things will be fine. I'm super glad that no characters died in this movie. I was so fucking worried because we know that in the past some really dope characters lost their lives. And, it was Saiga, right? Kagari, so Masaoka as well. Ginoza's friend, that girl, right? I don't know, and many others. A bunch of people lost their lives, and I was really worried. First, they uh, freaking made me mad with the Yayoi scene, right? And in this set of episodes, parts that I was watching with Shion, right, when she was bleeding from mouth and her nose from inhaling that poisonous gas, but it wasn't lethal, so I'm glad that everyone survived. And yeah, the ending, as I said, was pretty satisfying. Loved the little conversation between Ginoza and Arata, and the place they met each other. They were both visiting their father's graves. That was a nice touch, man. It really made me emotional. The ending, and overall as a series, I can say that I enjoyed it a lot, man. What rate would I give to Psychopaths? Probably about 7 or 8, man. It was a pretty good show, but as I said, it's not one of my favorites, but still pretty enjoyable. And I was so glad that I was able to share yet another awesome journey with you guys. I would probably give it 7.5, something like that. Maybe it's harsh to some of you guys, but as I said, when it comes to shows, it's kind of hard not to compare, right? What other shows were able to like draw out from me emotionally, right? When it comes to the anime, I guess the emotions are pretty important part to me, and yeah, the shows, and of course the good story and writing, which Psychopaths definitely had. But yeah, it had a very, very hard task because all the seasons were so different, and all the seasons had new characters, right? The movies were pretty solid, right? But I enjoyed seasons more, definitely. But considering how fucking insane the story of Psychopaths is, and how fucking complex it is and hard to follow, and juggling all these like different characters in different seasons, I think that they did a pretty good job, man. And it was a very, very tough task. So, yeah, overall, pretty enjoyable experience. But yeah, you know what my favorite shows are. Steins Gate, One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, AOT, Vinland Saga. I guess I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you very much for following me on yet another journey. I hope that you guys enjoyed. And yeah, after this I will be posting poll for you guys to vote to see what is going to be the next show that I will be reacting to. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, liking, leave a comment. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.